Riley Jones. I played for the Calgary Stampeders. I played at the University of British Columbia in Canada for 5 years before that.
I am Pierre-Luc Caron. I play long snapper for the Calgary Stampeders. Played in Laval University in Quebec City. So I think what helped me getting in the pros was number one, timing, and number two, I think I'm a good athlete and I can make some plays on the field as well as being a good long snapper.
For myself is kind of the opposite situation. I played linebacker my entire career. I didn't really find out that I could do long snapping that well until I was probably in my fourth year of college. So I practiced a lot of that as long as my linebacking, and the fact that I was able to long snap kind of bumped me ahead of a few guys who maybe have been just as good at linebacker as I was, but they couldn't long snap. So it definitely helped me kind of get that bump into the pros.
Awesome. For me, it was my brother. My brother was a long snapper in CJEP, which is like a junior college back home. And he finished his career because of injuries, and then he forced me to long snap when I was in high school. He was telling me, hey, stay with me after practice and blah, blah, blah. I didn't want to, but it paid off, and I'm glad he did.
I did a tiny bit in high school. Not that much. I kind of just threw the ball with one hand between my legs. And then once I got into my fourth year of college, we had two pretty good long snappers before that who both graduated, and we need to find somebody who did it. Coaches asked if anybody could, and I said, yeah, I can do it with one hand. But then I figured out how to do it, and I kind of just went from there.
Of course, the Cowboys long snapper, LP Ladouceur, is a French long snapper, so I kind of look up to him, and as well as Randy Chevrier, French as well, and had the long snapping job in Calgary for a long time before myself, so he's
I personally didn't really even pay that much attention to that aspect, but then once I did start long snapping, whenever there was a punt, field goal, anything that was on the field, like all I would watch was the actual snap. So I wouldn't say that I looked up to a specific guy, but I just kind of admired how well these guys could throw a ball between their legs and was hoping that I could get to that point someday.
3 down instead of 4.
Yeah, I think especially for a long snapper, the fact that there only is 3 downs in the CFL, it feels like, you're on the field a lot, maybe a bit more compared to an NFL long snapper. So you're getting a few more snaps just because the game happens so fast. There's only a 20-second play clock.
2 and out.
So, there's, if you have 2 incomplete passes, you're getting a snap, and then there's a turnover, whatever it is, you could be snapping within a 2-minute period or whatever it is. So I feel like, special teams in Canada is it's 1/3 of the game. It's a really big deal in the CFL for a long snapper to be consistent and ready to play.
There's games last year, I believe we had 14 punts, which is a lot compared to the NFL. I do. I usually put my left shoe and sock first instead of the right. I'm not sure why, but I guess it works.
Well, I go out probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours before. I do a lot of band routines, activation things, just stuff like that. Just kind of get my body ready. I don't really just want to go out and start snapping balls. I gotta, be prepared. Have that just kind of routine every single game, making sure that my body feels right, ready to go. And then just a lot of bicep curls. That's about it. Whenever I come out of the huddle, I have to turn left. I can't, because we face away from the ball. I have to turn around left. My right foot has to touch the ground first when I'm getting into my stance to go snap the ball. Lick my fingers, each one, and then look down and
Well, I think it's got to be someone that's calm, that does it. Well, you can get into the game and be happy about a play or something else, but at the end of the day, you got to be ready to make that game-winning field goal snap, and so you can't really get pumped up on the sideline. Mm-hmm. That's what I believe.
Yeah, just coming from, I have 2 aspects of my game. Like when I do play linebacker and I do play on special teams, it's a much different feeling than when I am snapping. Like PL said, you got to be calm. You can be into the game, but you also just have to be like in your own mind and just like, focusing on, just going out, doing your job. compared to when I'm at linebacker. I'm pretty fired up, get really a lot of highs, a lot of lows, where being a snapper, you just kind of have to be consistently just there. You're doing your job. That's what you're there to do.